Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and today I'm going to be doing a versus video between the Nike React Elevate and the KD Trey VIII. So both of these shoes are using Renew cushioning and both of these shoes are budget shoes. So the KD Trey VIII is going for 90 bucks and the Renew Elevate is going for 80 bucks. So if you guys want to cop either of these shoes, I'll leave links below, but let's get it started off with the traction. So for the traction, they're both really good, but I would say the KD Trey VIII has a little bit better of a stop. Of course, I was just playing outdoors, but then outdoors actually, like, there are some shoes that don't have good grip. And I found that the performance on the outdoor court kind of directly correlates to the performance on indoor court. And I've been playing with different shoes outdoors, and the shoes that don't have good grip on indoor court actually don't have good grip on an outdoor court. Of course, this is not 100% of the time, but most of the time, like all the shoes I've tested so far, actually did that. But anyways, the KD Trey VIII has super hard rubber and a very nice bite. The Renew Elevate also has a really nice bite, but if I did like a really hard lateral movement, then I would slide out just a little bit in the Renew Elevate. For just pure stopping power, I would say the KD Trey VIII is a little bit better. As far as the durability goes, they're both really nice. I have no issues with the KD Trey VIII. It's kind of like wearing down a little bit, but you know, not that much. The Renew Elevate also is really good, but it's wearing down a little bit more. So the KD Trey VIII overall is a little bit more durable. So as far as the overall performance goes, I would say the KD Trey VIII is slightly better. Heel to toe transition is also very smooth. Nice curved shape here in the heel as well as in the forefoot. You have a lot of forefoot flex. Look at that, super easy. Same with the Renew Elevate. So I'll tie it up there. As far as the cushioning goes, they're both using full length Renew, right? So you would think that they're both, you know, like basically the same, right? But for me, the Renew Elevate felt a lot better. And it probably has something to do with this like dual blend cushioning. So they're using Renew and a different type of cushioning here. And it's just like dark gray part on the bottom. And I don't know what they did, but it's incredibly nice. You have a good amount of bounce. It's soft, a good amount of compression as well here in the heel. The KD Trey VIII is also pretty damn nice, but it just doesn't have as much bounce and as much compression as the Renew Elevate. And it's not like the Renew Elevate was like too soft and too mushy and too bouncy or anything like that. It's just a nice subtle one, and I just loved it. And also the KD Trey VIII is super nice when you first get it, but then it kind of like bottoms out a little bit. The Renew Elevate didn't bottom out as quickly as the KD Trey VIII. So whatever blend they're using, Nike did a very good job. As far as the court feel goes, they're both very low to the ground. Impact protection is very good in both, but the Renew Elevate's a little bit better. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the Renew Elevate cushioning setup. All right, moving on to the materials. Okay, so the KD Trey VIII uses this really thin material. It's pretty damn nice. I like it. It looks cool. It doesn't look cheap at all to me, in my opinion. Here in the ankle area, they're using cheaper like screen mesh and stuff, but you know, they kind of make it work. You know, it doesn't look bad. The Renew Elevate looks cheap, you know, with this like mesh material. It doesn't really feel quality at all either in hand, but then both of them are very nice on foot. I would say the KD Trey VIII is a little bit thinner, but they're both super thin materials. And like I said, once it's on foot, I mean, like, they're both very soft and comfortable. For the tongue, they both have a little bit of padding, just a tiny bit, and then the ankle area I would say it's pretty much the same as well, just like your average amount of padding. So on foot, or like just like playing it in both of the shoes, I would say I would tie it up. But then if you want the better looking material and I guess better quality material overall, I would say go with the KD Trey VIII. All right, moving on to the fit, I went true to size for the Renew Elevate and it fits me perfectly. My foot goes right to the edge. Width-wise, it's slightly narrow and it's very snug here in the toe box area. And then with the KD Trey VIII, I went true to size and it runs slightly long. It's very narrow though, and it's super snug here in the toe box area at first, but then the material stretches out a good amount. So the fit gets looser here in the toe box area. The Renew Elevate also does that, but it doesn't stretch out as much. So for the fit, I would say the Renew Elevate just fits me a little bit better than the KD Trey VIII, even though the KD Trey VIII fits me pretty damn well. And both of these shoes are pretty damn easy to put on, but I would say the Renew Elevate is a little bit easier because it does have this pull tab. The KD Trey VIII doesn't really have anything, so just a little extra thing there. All right, support and lockdown is also another issue that I had with the KD Trey VIII. It was just a tiny bit, but like I said in the review, I am light, and if you are heavier and you do a lot of shiftier moves, I would say try to stay away from this shoe a little bit. because the material is just so thin and so soft. And even with this like rubber coming up as like acting as a sidewall, I still felt a little bit not contained in the KD Trey 5.8, you know? And I really didn't have that issue with the Renew Elevate. Here in the forefoot, you have this swoosh, and that kind of contains you. In the midfoot, you have the rubber coming up, and then here in the ankle area, you have the foam coming up, as well as an internal TPU heel counter. So for lateral containment, I would say the Renew Elevate's a little bit better. For ankle support, the KD Trey 5.8 is a little bit better, but both of them have like a softer material here in the ankle area, so it's not the best ankle support I've ever felt, but it's definitely better than having like a low shoe. All right, and as far as the lateral stability goes, I don't know if you guys can see, but look at how much wider the Renew Elevate is. All right, I don't know why they made the KD Trey 5.8 so damn like narrow. You guys see that? So it's not like I had an issue with like lateral instability with the KD Trey 5.8, but then the Renew Elevate just feels more stable, you know, like it just feels more grounded. So the support and lockdown is definitely better in the Renew Elevate. All right, moving on to the weight. I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like they're both super light. Maybe the KD Trey 5.8 is a little bit lighter. All right, so 10 ounces on the dot for the KD Trey 5.8, and then 10.65 ounces for the Renew Elevate. But the KD Trey 5.8 definitely feels a little bit more minimal. Like the materials are slightly thinner, and then you definitely feel like the midsole, you just feel like it's a little bit more streamlined, you know? But you know, the Renew Elevate still super light. Like 10.65 ounces is very, very light. As for the ventilation in the KD Trey 5.8, I would say is a little bit better than the Renew Elevate. It's still really nice in the Renew Elevate. The thin material, and it has a little bit more airflow through it. So the KD Trey 5.8 wins in the ventilation department just by a little bit. As far as the aesthetics go, I don't know, guys. Like both of these shoes are great looking shoes. I would say the KD Trey 5.8 looks a little bit better in my opinion, but I don't know, man. Nike's doing a great job with their budget shoes. This is a great looking shoe in my opinion, and I feel like they should have made this shoe a little bit more expensive. You know, make it like 150, 160 bucks. Use React cushioning and use like I don't know, textile or something for the materials. Make it a little bit more like quality, you know? All right, wrapping things up. Yeah, go with the Renew Elevate. I love the KD Trey 5.8, but the Renew Elevate just performs better. You know, the traction is better in the KD Trey 5.8, but not by much. And the durability is still good in the Renew Elevate. The cushioning is just better. The materials I would tie it up, but the support was also the issue with the KD Trey 5.8, just by a little bit. So the Renew Elevate also is better in that regard. And those are pretty important. You know, and like I said, it wasn't a deal breaker, and it wasn't horrible in the KD Trey 5.8, but the Renew Elevate just does it better. So yeah, I was very surprised at the Renew Elevate. And if you guys want a budget shoe that performs really, really well, and you guys want a Nike budget shoe, I guess, you can get either of these shoes, but I would prefer the Nike Renew Elevate. So that concludes this versus video. Again, if you guys want to cop either of these shoes, I'll leave links below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.